Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back. You know, I've started, I wish I thought of this before. I'm just going to start out talking about this. MSTY, Yield Max MicroStrategy. Why did I never think about this until now? The Yield Max MicroStrategy ETF, it pays off huge yields every month, but then the price doesn't keep up. You know, it would be amazing if this thing paid off those huge dividends. And, wow, did they go to weekly lately? It would be amazing if they paid off the huge dividends and the price stayed the same, but it can't. It just can't. So why am I saying this? You can buy puts on MSTY. You can buy puts on this. It's a no-brainer. So I bought some puts. I'll let you know how it goes. You know, puts is basically you're just saying it's going to go down, keep going down, which it will. Especially, like, even if Bitcoin rallies, MSTY is going to go down. So you need to buy them far enough off and whatever. Anyway. I'm going live on TikTok. I don't know what's going on YouTube. It takes time, I guess, for people to be notified or something now. Oh well. Hello, everybody on TikTok. ICP. Oh, yeah. What's up with ICP today? Good morning, Sam. I still haven't shorted it yet. Oh, I'm glad I haven't. Still going. I just, man, ICP, that's crazy. So it's at 693. It got up above $7. You know, at some point, man, I'm going to short this. I just, not right now. I said I wasn't going to short it a couple days ago. Good morning. Took your suggestion on ICP yesterday at 680. Oh, did you? Oh, I forgot about that. So did you close it, or did you you closed your order? I mean, don't thank me too soon. I mean, it's up a decent amount, but hey, yeah. I mean, it's at resistance at this retrace that I drew. So we'll see. But it can go higher, you know? I mean, we've seen this with what? We've seen it with Zcash, and we've seen it with Dash. Now it's ICP, and it doesn't really make sense to me that ICP would be doing this all of a sudden. All right, yeah, you sold. Well, good. I'm glad it worked out. Yeah, I still haven't. I haven't opened that short on ICP. And I'm glad I haven't, because I'd be losing right now. So, but at some point, man, I'm going to be shorting this. Probably, I would say I'll probably look at stochastic on the daily. And when I see things start to trend down, or maybe the Heikin-Ashi candles, when I see a first red candle on Heikin-Ashi, I'll open a short. So do you own any ICP? I do not. I did. There was a time when I thought things were looking pretty good, and then it dumped. And so, like, I bought some and I sold at a loss. And the fact that it's pumping right now, I have a hard time believing it's going to do what Zcash has done, you know? Thank you, Elias. Why is ICP pumping? I don't know. I mean, there was some talk of a partnership or something like that. It doesn't matter. Am I still a fan of Corium? I don't know if I've ever said I was a fan of Corium. The chart doesn't look like an absolute disaster. unlike other ones. So, hey, there's that. I got a 525, thought it was just a quick candle up, and man, can't believe it's hanging out. Yeah, I mean, stuff like that happens. It's crazy. I don't know what to make of this. These random coins pumping like this, it's not something I'm excited about. It's like, how can you tell which one's going to do it? You know, what's the trigger? What's the indicator that's going to tell you, oh yeah, you know, because I mean, we've seen some really strong ones recently, like Zcash, but then we saw a coin like Aurora pump really hard, and then it went right back down. So ICP in my head is in the category of coins that would pump hard and go back down. ICP Tech is amazing, though. It's sure, that's been a thing for a long time. Will Cardano still pump? We need everything else. We need Bitcoin to show some strength before we're talking about Cardano pumping. To the moon, bro. ICP, caffeine, AI. Hey, you know what? We'll see. What do you think of MasterCard XRP? Is that a partnership? I don't really think much about partnerships. Quant pumped yesterday. What do you think? Yeah, it wasn't to the extent of ICP, right? Yeah, no. That's nothing. It's not even really a higher high on the chart, so it's not even an uptrend. Not that I'm going to short quant from here, but that doesn't excite me all that much. It actually looks like it got rejected at a previous point of support. Previous point of support that it was lost. It's like institutional manipulation. Yeah. Don't DCA your old coin, guys. This cycle is different. Go to narrative and then out, then new narrative. That was a 2021 thing. I really, aside from AI in 2024 and meme coins in early 2024, there really haven't been many narratives to get too excited about. 2021, there were narratives all the time. Oh, their payments would go through the XRP ledger. Okay. I mean, still. Let's see. What about Swift coin? Looks pretty dead to me. I mean, you never know. Maybe eventually. But I wouldn't touch that. Pretty late in the 4-year cycle. Not time to buy crypto. Listen, I've been abundantly clear. I'm not a huge believer in the 4-year cycle, especially for altcoins. For Bitcoin, I mean, it's proven itself that, yeah, so far, yeah, we should be following Bitcoin for the 4-year cycle. But I do agree with you. I'm not interested in buying right now. I'll be more interested in buying when we see Bitcoin break through some levels. And when's that going to happen? You know, it could happen anytime, or it could take several months. But I don't think 126 was the high for this cycle. It might be for 2025. I think Bitcoin will go beyond 126 in 2026 and in 2027. So my thoughts with Bitcoin, I did just make a short form video. I posted it on all my socials. And I think Bitcoin's going to go up to like 108 to 110. And then there's going to be a lot of shorting at that level if and when it gets there. And if the bulls can break through that resistance, then it's game on. But I would expect after getting up to 108-ish, you know, that Bitcoin would go down at the very least to, at the very best, I would say to a higher low at 104, 103. But it could if it puts in a lower low after that, then I think it's over for the next several months. But if it breaks through, then I'm going to be very, very bullish. So still kind of with the 2 lines in the sand mindset. Thoughts about Pudgy Penguin Turbo Toshi, please. I wouldn't touch those right now. I would be very eager to buy those cryptos. With everything that I just said, we see some bullishness in Bitcoin, but like Guys, I've already mentioned this. I mentioned it on X. I haven't made a video. I didn't make a short form video talking about this. I did talk about it on my YouTube channel. My holdings, my altcoin holdings are Doge and my $200 to $1 million challenge wallet. I got stopped out of everything else. I sold them at higher prices than where they are now. So that's it. I don't have a ton of crypto at this moment. And when will I buy those cryptos? I'll buy them the moment we see Bitcoin break the upper line in the sand that I've been talking about, which is 116. But there's no guarantees. 116 to 118, around there. Thought on what about the robotics narrative? I mean, sure. I just don't know what robotics in crypto looks like. That's the thing. If robotics and crypto is a good match, then fantastic. Or if it's like metaverse and crypto, which was total trash. I don't understand yet the connection between robotics and crypto. So if we're gonna get some scam pumps on some robotics themed cryptocurrencies, then I'll ride that wave. But if not, if it's something legit that I'm just missing out on, I need more information. XRP and MasterCard. What Mina's been fun? What's up with Mina? Hey, yeah, pretty bullish the last few days. It's been some good volume. Volume's picked up. Who knows? Maybe that's the thing. You know, you want to mess around with these random coins that are all of a sudden having these pumps. You know, it could be an Aurora, which just went up and right back down. It could be a Pith, which went right up and back down, or it could be a Zcash. Maybe Mina's a Zcash. You want to take a stab at that and knock yourself out. I'm not messing around with that, but we'll see. Look now, privacy coin, Zcash, Dash, Zen. Yeah. So we are in bear market. Bitcoin not going to all-time high in 2025? ? Oh, shoot. This is supposed to be... Why is ICP pumping? I don't know, but this is supposed to be a member live stream. So, sorry. So there's a narrative, right? So, all right, crypto for life. So we are in bear market, Bitcoin not going to all-time high in 2025. Those are two different statements. I want to point out to you that those are two different statements. Okay? Bitcoin not going to all-time high in 2025? It could. I would guess that it's not going to. But does that mean we're in the bear market? No. Because again, I am not of this mindset that it has to be in the fourth quarter of 2025. Yeah, Mina still holding on to HEEHEE. I mean, you know, I wish I could tell you that HEEHEE is going to 20x tomorrow, but I can't tell you that. A lot of meme coins, it's gonna, you know, the fate of HEEHEE right now is tied in with the rest of the meme coins. But I will tell you at some point. Here's the deal, guy. Let's just talk about the worst case scenario for crypto right now. Our worst case scenario is that 126 was the peak, and it will have been the peak for several months. And then, and if that's the case, worst case scenario again, if that's the case, then the 4-year cycle bros, what they're going to do with altcoins is just an all-out capitulation. They're going to give up on altcoins forever, and their reasoning for giving up on altcoins will be all the wrong reasons, because they're still not looking at the economic environment. They're still not looking at the thing that I've been preaching at for years now, that it doesn't make sense for altcoins to have their 100x gains during a period of quantitative tightening. And I know quantitative tightening is over, but that doesn't mean that quantitative easing is beginning. And so please let the 4-year cycle bros give up on altcoins. And there's going to be a time when I am going to be an absolute moon boy, and I'm going to get a lot of hate for it. So absolute 100, you're going to hear me talk the way that, you know, somebody like Sage has been talking for the last 2 years. Such and such cryptocurrency is going to 100x. and it's not going to hit a new all-time high. When is that? This is, again, worst case scenario. That's several months away. That's multiple months away under this worst case scenario kind of thing. When the time is right, can HEEHEE be listed on exchanges? It can be listed on that one that I don't remember. I'm blanking on the name of it, but I'm not paying another dime for HEEHEE to promote HEEHEE. I will promote it when the hype returns. This is, as of right now, the worst investment of my life, and I don't mean that with any form of bitterness. It's just fact. I am down so much from investing in the advertisement and the building of HEEHEE that I refuse to, somebody else wants to pay money to get listed on exchange, go for it, man. But again, we don't need exchanges. When euphoria comes, whenever that is, HEEHEE is going to do multiple X's. Anyway, what it do? Am I better to move my ADA into a different coin? Which coin? You want to move it into Bitcoin? You want to move it into, if it's a Bitcoin? You want to ride this MENA ICP wave, whatever that is? Sure. But ADA is one of the safer ones. We deaf and bear, bro. Rob, you might be right, but here's the deal. I am sticking to the plan that I made several weeks ago, which is if we see a weekly close below the 50-week moving average, then we are in a bear market. I think you're a little premature as of right now. Let's see. You got out. I got out of three of the four biggest holdings that I had. I set those limit orders. I got out. ICP broke out. Yeah, I saw that. Curious Cat. All right, see you later. Good price to short ICP. I don't care about a price. What I care about is seeing slowing of momentum. Maybe looking for some bearish divergences on the 4-hour chart, which we haven't seen yet, I would assume. So I see a bearish divergence on the 4-hour chart. I will do a 1x short, not any more than that, a 1x short on ICP. And actually, there is a bearish divergence on the 4-hour chart. So I want to wait a little bit. I'm not going to do it just yet. Already in MENA, I'm sitting out at 127. I don't know what you mean, Todd. I still think RWA tokenization is going to be strong in this cycle. Eventually, this cycle, what do you mean by this cycle? The 4-year window between halvings, I'm with you on that. We still in bull market. I think we'll be very surprised when the government reopens. I'm hearing that. I'm hearing people say that. You never know. That's got to certainly be adding some strain to the system. And that's why I'm not waving the white flag yet. We've been down this road before. Bitcoin this cycle has always been at its scariest at the 50-week moving average. We have August 5th of 2024, that brief moment when we had that Japan carry trade fiasco. We had April 7th, 2025, which was a really scary time because a lot of people, if you were watching on X, a lot of people were saying this is going to shift things in a very dramatic way, that it's going to change how commerce is done, and then no, we just bounced right back. So I refuse to wave the white flag at support. I'll wave it below support. So anyway, all-time high was in October. As of right now, yes. But that doesn't mean all-time high for what? All-time high for this cycle? All-time high until after the next halving? No, I strongly disagree with you on that. Meta, what are you saying about Meta? Was Jam right? Perma bears always look smart in the end. What's a good buy? I'm not touching much right now. I just joined, but are you against the 4-year cycle ideology like me? Yes. Oh, safe. You've been here for a while. I have been against that for a very long time. Yes. We are in a bear market now. All right. So sartorial shooter, you have made your point. We are in a bear market. Other people have made their point. We're in a bull market. You are premature. I am telling you from years of experience, you might be right and you are premature. I always get HEEHEE on Coinbase Wallet. That's pretty big. You can get it there. Yeah, there we go. Short ICP, not yet. Don't short ICP yet. Will bull run begin before Christmas? Why? Because of the 4-year cycle? I'm not promising anything. Privix. What's Privix? Sartorial shooter. If we lose 91K, then we are definitely in a bear market. 91. Why 91K? I'm saying the 50-week moving average. If we lose on a weekly close, I'll say the 50-week EMA. If we lose 101.3 on a weekly close, then we're in a bear market. So it's weird. You're saying we're in a bear market, but then you're saying we'll be in a bear market if we lose a certain price. And I'm saying no, if we lose a price lower than or higher than that, we're in a bear market. Whatever this Privix is, it looks like it's dead. I don't know what you're asking about. We have had weekly closes under the line, but we've stayed bull cycle. No, we have not had weekly closes under the 50-week moving average. We've had wicks below, but not weekly closes. If we're already heavy in top 25 alts and down just a little, does it make more sense to hold in DCA? Listen, you do what you want to do. It's really difficult to sell. I understand. But if we have a weekly close below the 50-week moving average for Bitcoin, my encouragement to you would be to sell a lot of your altcoin positions. And buy back in, not in October of next year, buy back in several months down the road. So, I mean, the thing about quantitative tightening ending is that now alts might not bleed against Bitcoin. Cool. But what do we have next? Well, if Bitcoin is going to go down, if we are in a bear market and Bitcoin is going to go down from here, then altcoins are going to continue to go down. It's just that, Bitcoin might not outperform altcoins as much. Let's see. Jamil was never wrong. Just early alts topped in November, December. I mean, he said that $2,700 was going to be the peak for Ethereum. Juan, thank you. Dave, thanks for the follow. Supreme Court decision on tariffs is the catalyst. All right, there's 6 conservatives on the Supreme Court. You think 2 of them will... I just don't know. I haven't looked into it. Look past charts. Every government shutdown after Bitcoin run 70 to 100%. I'm not going to look... I'm not going to look at that right now. But, okay, I will look into that later. That's interesting. This guy is always wrong. If he refuses to wave the white flag, you should probably wave it. I'm always wrong. This guy is always wrong. I won this cycle in March of 2024. And then I won again in December of 2024. So you can say I'm always wrong, and yet I'm one of the few. How many in this live stream? I think some of you are going to lie. How many of you this live stream are actually had positive returns this cycle? So Privix is another privacy coin. Will it run because Zcash ran? I mean, I'm looking at the Privix chart. It looks like there's nothing. It looks straight up dead. 2026 is going to be a great year. For stocks, I think 2026 is going to be a great year. I can see 2026 being a very good year for crypto, but I mean, let's see. Jam was right. Alts topped in November, lower highs since. Yeah, perma bears look right at the peak, like when it's over. They always look right. They look smarter than they are. Bitcoin needs to close a candle above 107 today. Why 107 today? Hey, what's up, DT? 2021, most retail didn't know about crypto. It makes sense for it to not go as usual this time. All right. It feels like markets in general is in great need of liquidity. Liquidity is drying up. Liquidity is, I'm not entirely in agreement on that one. Thank you, Safe. None of you have any idea what you're talking about. First or last. Here we go. You're done. Goodbye. Just you're gonna come in here and be disrespectful, do troll comments, and then you can just go. Still think Lofi is going to 1 billion market cap? No. And I would have never made a declarative statement like that. I said it had potential. It got up to what, 100 million or 200 million? So thoughts on Real Pal? He had a good quote, RT, on why this could be one of the greatest shakeouts ever. Real Pal's a permeable. And he's been wrong a lot. I like him. I think he's a smart guy, but there's no denying he's been wrong a lot. All right, has chill out, man. I blocked first or last. I might block you too. White House official states crypto could go to 15 to 20 trillion with stablecoin regulations. Cool, man. How did Rismus V2 play out? Yeah, just someone. Man, I was so pissed about that. It sucked up liquidity from Rismus. And, I bought it 400,000. It's right now at 400,000. I put it into a liquidity pool. So I made some decent fees off of the liquidity pool. But, and who knows, maybe it'll climb before Christmas or something, but it looks like a pump and dump. Man, that made me so upset. Let's see. Equity is going to continue to steal the thunder, and Barron will continue to run scams. Trump crashed Bitcoin in 2016 too. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep up with these comments. I mean, 2016 was not a crash of crypto. It generally just climbed higher. He's so wrong to the moon, not me. Morning PD Jelly. Only because I got airdropped CAW. What is CAW? Thank you, JE. What? And they still looking for guidance? I don't know. I'm up on XRP. That's about it. Yeah, XRP did well. I mean, really, what are the cryptos that hit all-time highs from their 2021 peaks? XRP, Bitcoin, obviously, Ethereum just barely, Binance, Solana, Tron. Those are all top 10 cryptos. Only had one win, but it was decent. Losses were minor, luckily. All right. Okay, has you won. Cool. What would be the price of Bitcoin at the 50-week moving average, the weekly close we should look for? So the 50-week SMA is 103 something, and the 50-week EMA is 1013. I'm open to the possibility that we would close below the 50-week SMA and still be bullish, but I really would like to see a close above that 50-week SMA. Alex, why don't open one group so we can share each other tips? I follow you from a long time. I had something like that on Telegram, and it just became like I stopped paying attention to it. I'm not going to do that. Let's see. You said render could go to $35. If you want to bring my price predictions into this, I'm going to tell you two things. Number one, my predictions were way more. I get the hate that I got when I gave my price predictions was hate that I was too conservative. 90+% of people told me that my price predictions were too conservative. Number two, I made a video in August of 2024 throwing in the towel of those price predictions. And you're bringing this up in November of 2025, 15 months later. I made a video on YouTube saying my price predictions are toast. I saw the landscape at that time and was like, no, this is not what's happening. Now, render between now and 2028, could render hit $35? There's possibility for that, but that's not one of the ones that I have my eyes on for like. Anyway, I do like render a lot fundamentally, but let's move on. Let's see. Michelle, thanks for the follow. What's going on with ICP? ICP, again, it's these random pumps with these cryptos. I don't have any answers for you. I mean, I know that people are going to talk about some partnership and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know what to make of these pumps. They all seem like scam pumps, but then Zcash keeps moving. You know, Zcash is still killing it. I tend to think at some point Zcash is going to dump really hard. But I mean, I've been saying that for a while now, you know, and it still just keeps going up. So is ICP a Zcash, or is it one of these other random ones that have pumped and then just gone straight down? I tend to think ICP is not going to do what Zcash did. Hey, Bush. I did buy a little bit more Rismus when it dropped to 3.5 and useless. All right, let's see. I'm very curious to see what happens. As we get closer to the end of this month with Rismus. ICP following same move as 1 year ago. Let's see. I mean, everything was pumping a year ago at this time. Let's see. What did I say? Apologies regarding this. You did the laughing while crying emojis, laughing at people being down 50 to 70% from what the KOLs shilled, which I took as an implication that you know, you're talking about me. So that's what I was complaining about. But I know there's a lot of other people who can fit in that category. When gold and Russell start to consolidate, we may see a rotation in crypto. We need QE. I mean, QE is still very far off, but when we get QE, I will be an absolute moon boy on altcoins, which I think a lot of people are going to just flat out give up on. I love when you go live during times like this. I do not enjoy going live during times like this. And this, I'm sorry to say, you know, I'm going to go live with Devin tomorrow. This might be my last live stream for like 6 or 7 weeks. 6 weeks. Let's say 6 weeks. And the reason why is because I have a business that lies dormant for most of the year, and then I take advantage of, you know, fourth quarter Christmas shopping with the business, and I make these very good money. Last year I didn't do anything for Christmas shopping. This year I'm going to. So that means I'll be putting in like some 60 to 80 hour weeks on this business. So I'll still make videos though. Is Zen a good coin to invest? That's a privacy coin, right? Man, I mean, that's the narrative right now. I mean, XMR is not really, I don't think. So all the privacy coins except for XMR. Listen, I mean, this privacy coin run could end at any point. When I look at whether a chart is bullish or bearish, I look at Zen. Zen is bullish for sure. I think I got to take some profits on Mina, but if government opens tomorrow, boom time. I hope you're right, man. That would be a great time. I mean, we've gone down to the level that I called for us to go down, that it was inevitable for us to go down, the 50-week moving average. And so now, you know, government reopens. Sounds like an opportunity. Boom time, sure. What about MMT? Momentum USD. What is this? That looks like, I mean, it's brand new. It pumped super hard and then it's down 95% from its peak. No, thank you. At this moment, you missed all the chances you don't take in this market. Something just happened. I don't know what you mean. I have big bags on ICP. What's happening? I don't know. ICP. It's like ICP over and over again. I don't know, guys. I don't know. All right. I'm sorry. I don't know. I do think that ICP is a big project and this price is fair for ICP. I think ICP is great fundamentally. So we have done nothing already. Ghetto, I don't know what you mean. Still have a long in Bitcoin. Yes. Our thank you has absolutely Gigantor. What's the business? It's just an Amazon store. That's all. I have suppliers. I order stuff from suppliers. I pack it to and send it off to Amazon. And then starting December 1st, I stop sending to Amazon and just start packing and shipping to customers. So if you're stopping the lives, you're still making vids for subs. Yes, on YouTube for members. Yes, I will. Oh, yeah. When is QE? It's probably like a year off. Good luck with the business. Thank you. Are you shorting ICP? I still haven't done that yet, but I'm waiting to see some kind of weakness, and then I'll short it. So I'm close to break even. There you go. Or what do I think about Hyperliquid? I've done pretty well with Hyperliquid, just kind of calling things, like calling shorts and longs. Hyperliquid, here's the kind of giveaway with Hyperliquid. If you see any kind of bullish divergence or bearish divergence on the 4-hour chart, that's a good time to either get in or to open a short. It's happened multiple times. Like that seems to be the case with Hyperliquid more than any crypto that I find. So right now, I mean, there was a bullish divergence on the 4-hour chart yesterday, and Hyperliquid's up a little bit from that. So right now might be an okay time to get in on it. But yeah, I mean, that's all I'll say about that. Bitcoin went under 100K. I guess I wasn't wrong. You didn't need to get angry with me yesterday. The thing that I got annoyed with, and that was 2 days ago, was when you said something about a coping mechanism. You said that I was coping and I was being extremely disciplined. And Crypto Machinery, I also called for Bitcoin to go under 100K. There was a specific statement that you said that I would not say triggered me, but like it was total BS. And so that's the thing that I'm responding to. I'm not responding to you getting angry with you for calling for Bitcoin to go under 100K. I did the same thing. Good morning, because the internet. Sam just killed ICP is all. Oh yeah, there was that. But I mean, he's been in prison for a while, and ICP's been pretty terrible this cycle. All right, any thoughts on Crow? There's nothing special about Crow's chart right now. You know, there is a level. I wouldn't be surprised if it held it as a bottom, but with altcoins, it's like it's the same thing over and over again, you know? Tried to set up a limit order for my ETH today and sold it all at a slight loss plus trading fees. I did that with XRP once, Rob. Yeah, that's brutal. Oh man, ICP. What do you think about ICP right now? I'm waiting to short it. Now, I mean, I don't know, man. Is it another Zcash, or is it like the 90% of cryptos that pump and then go right back down? I'm a little impressed that ICP is still going up. You know, I don't understand. I mean, we're seeing a lot of these privacy coins doing very well. What is it about ICP that's causing that pump, aside from you're going to mention a partnership, right? I just don't know if that's enough. I took profits from ICP and rotated and sold it. All right. Do you regret not jumping in on Zcash? No. Why? You know, I don't chase green candles. 9 times out of 10, it's a bad idea to chase green candles. Zcash is the exception, you know? But yeah, it won't stop running. If we can replicate this business in the UK, I can pay you royalties. Nah, I can't do it. NFK Media, thanks for the follow. Crypto Machinery, I'm perfectly fine being at peace with you right now. Thank you for that that lame apology. You didn't need to. If I offended you, I'm sorry. I'm just laughing now. No offense. But if I offended you, I'm also sorry. I caught ICP at $2, sold at $5.50. Nice. All right, thoughts on fear and greed index dipping down to 20 last couple of days. Rob, man, you know, yes, sure. Buy when everyone's afraid, sell when everyone's greedy. That's a general principle. I just want to remind you, I want to remind all of you, the fear and greed index got to 12 in January of 2022. Bitcoin was at $44,000. It went down to $15,400 after that. So it's a tool. It's not something that I'm going to base my net worth off of. Let's see. Ghetto, I already read your comment about ICP being a strong project. Dash looks exactly like Zcash. It looks very bullish. Zen, I already looked at the Zen chart. Zen looks good. It looks, I mean, it's in an uptrend. And it's not just straight up vertical. That's the thing about Zen that's more appealing than a Zcash or Dash. Thoughts on Polkadot? Is it dead? Polkadot's been dead for a long time. Now, does that mean that there's never going to be opportunities to make money off of Polkadot? Thank you, John. I'm sure at some point there will be opportunities, but you've got to understand, nobody uses Polkadot. Nobody. So what do we make of that? You know, I mean, they've had lots of development activity, but I think that's been more of a sunk cost fallacy. So now, I mean, the fact that Polkadot was around in 2021 gives me more hope than if it was a new utility crypto that's just an obvious cash grab. Like any of the utility coins from 2024, I would just throw them out. I would never touch them again. But Polkadot, there's some hope that Polkadot could at least do some kind of a retrace, not hit a new all-time high. Can we expect AOs to reach $1? When? It's at 14 cents. At some point, we could expect AOs to hit $1. But I've been screaming, you guys, those were cryptos that I've just never been in favor. Like in 2025, I have not been in favor of buying those older AI cryptos because still AOs is still very high, very much up from its previous bear market bottom. All those AI cryptos from 2021 made huge gains in 2024. They had their bull run. And from now, I've just been screaming, they're going to underperform. Thank you, Ghetto. Thank you. Welcome back, Crayon Dave. You can definitely spot buy a few alts at current levels if you're willing to hold to Euphoria. I'd rather wait, but, you know, I like to buy as I see the end of coins bottoming out. So we'll see. Do you have a price range in mind on when you may begin to accumulate Bitcoin? I mean, I haven't. I'll do some trades with Bitcoin, but if we're talking about it, bear market accumulation, whenever that is, because it may not be here yet, you know, maybe around 60, 70,000, something like that. Depends on your impressions of this market and your strategy. Yeah. Thank you, Ghetto. There's an influencer saying that TikTok is going to get taken over by Polkadot. Wow. I had never heard that. Okay. Josie, thanks for the follow. What do you see ICP doing in the future? It's funny that I would get a question like that on a day like today when ICP's up. ICP has a lot of potential, but they've always had a lot of potential. So, you know, I am not a believer necessarily in this pump. I'm going to look for an opportunity to short it, just a 1x short. But, you know, I mean, ICP, let's say that Bitcoin, that crypto has a .com bust. I wouldn't be surprised if ICP made it through on the other side of that and rose like a phoenix from the ashes. Let's see, basically in the same position as 2019 before rate cuts and QT ending. Bitcoin grinded down after QT ended. And I'm not going to count the COVID crash. Like altcoins, altcoins didn't do a ton in 2019 as Bitcoin almost did a 5x from its bear market bottom. Bitcoin ranged. Yeah, I mean, aside from the COVID crash, yeah, maybe you're right. Is it better to be in USDT? Oh, wait, do I think the bottom's in? I'll say yes. I think that the move under 99K, but I hold that very loosely. I think that was a local bottom. I'm right now of the mindset that under 99K was the bottom, and that we are going to go to a new all-time high. But I would give my confidence in that. Like, I hate to say 50-50. How about I say 55-45? All right, Dave, you already had a big leg up before it happened. Yep. Is it better to be in USDT? I think it's better to be in USDT than just holding on to some random altcoin, hoping that it's going to do something massive. Now, you know, the thing that I'll say with these coins that are hot all of a sudden, it's okay to take a stab at them. I mean, Zcash, it's just really hard for me to say, oh yeah, buy Zcash. But maybe like a Zen. We tend to have a backwards mindset. Like it's like you ride the hot hand. That's usually the best thing to do. $60-70 is where you start to DCA into Bitcoin. Probably. I mean, you got to understand, like, I have my Bitcoin that I bought at the bear market, you know, in the bear market. I haven't sold any of it. I'll trade Bitcoin whenever. And so what would Bitcoin need to get down to for me to be interested in DCAing again? Maybe like $60,000-$70,000, something like that. Bear or bull till end of the year? I mean, from this level, it makes sense to be a bull. But I'm telling you, if we close the week below the 50-week moving average, I'll be a bear. Till the end of the year, I'll be a bear for the first quarter of 2026. After that, I might be a pretty big bull. ICP was 750 once. Yeah, that was like the moment it launched. I don't really count that. There's a lot of cryptos that the moment they launch, they do stuff like that. And then they'll just dump super hard. I'm looking for multiple weeks closing below because we have closed before and got back up 1 to 2 weeks later. Have we? All right. When? Not in 2021. We had one weekly close above in 2022. Oh wait, that's 2017. I mean, 2017 is as soon as we had a weekly close below. I mean, Bitcoin was already really low. Huh. All right, Dave. So I'm looking at, the quantitative, that pump during quantitative tightening in 2019. It took several weeks to get down. All right, I think I see what you're saying here. So in 2019, we had several weeks where we just hung out right below the 50-week moving average, which it makes sense to compare now to 2019 because of quantitative tightening. That's an interesting thought there. I like to say that this is kind of a new thought that's playing itself out in my mind. 2019, right now, this is 2019 plus ETFs. All right. ICP $50 minimum. Oh man. Are you utilizing any credit cards with Bitcoin return? Yes, I have the Gemini credit card. I get 4% on gas, 3% on groceries, things like that. ICP chart looking good. ICP. Should Link drop further? I mean, it certainly can. Link is a coin that I'd be okay DCAing into pretty soon. Because Link just ranges, Link, I think there's a lot of support built up at the next level lower on Chainlink. I'll be pretty interested in buying Link at like $10. I hope Jasmine is next to run up like ICP. You never know. Without the ETFs, I'm 100% sure we would actually be below 2021 all-time high. I agree with you, Dave. I agree with you. I think if we did not have the ETFs, Bitcoin would still have not gone beyond its previous cycle peak. Thank you for answering my question. You're welcome. Are you still accumulating VeChain at these prices? No, but actually that's another one. I mean, what's a candidate for one of these random coins that could just rip out of nowhere? Could it be VeChain? I could see VeChain doing something like that. And well, no, it's not. Well, yeah, no. VeChain has gone right back down to its 2022 bottom, 2023 bottom. That might not be a bad one, but I'm not necessarily accumulating VeChain right now. Alchemy. What's up with Alchemy Pay? Nothing. Looks terrible. Sapien pump today. Yeah. I never heard of it before today, but I saw it pump today. I don't touch Zcash, Dash, or Zen now. Don't chase guys. ICP chart looking good. Close of the week is on Sunday. Are you in altcoins now? My 3 of my 4 biggest buys have triggered sells. So I have Dogecoin still. What's the 50 EMA weekly close? 101. The supply of ICP has increased a lot since it was $700. Yep. Privacy coins is where the money is at right now, for now. Didn't see you for a long time. Hey, Mimi. I'm doing well. I'm still, I've been going live on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Hope you're doing well. I think it is why we keep starting as well as opposed to any kind of banana move. Maybe. Oh, staring. Robinhood is considering buying Bitcoin for its balance sheet. I mean, there's a lot of reasons. I mean, all right, Robinhood's doing that. Okay. Somebody's opening up for crypto trading. I saw a notification. There's a lot of reasons to believe that we're not going to have a typical bear market if we do have a bear market. All the bills on ICP tell me it's time to short it. We are seeing some bearish divergences on the 4-hour chart. You might be right about that, SkyTay. I want to be a little bit safer on that because I don't want I don't want to have a Zcash like situation and get liquidated on a 1x short, you know? Gotcha. TARS AI, I'm assuming TARS is still just kind of not doing anything. I mean, what do you want? You know, it's like, well, I know what you want. I know what I want. I want TARS to rip really hard, but like, man, this environment is not ideal for TARS to do anything of significance. Even like I'm looking at the buy volume and sell volume on Dex Screener. Here's where it's like you can't catch a break. There is more buy volume than sell volume over the last 24 hours. And yet TARS AI is down because it's a Solana crypto, and Solana's down over the last 24 hours. So, oh yeah, definitely not a blow off, Dave. Gala, no. Gala, don't touch Gala. That's going to need just absolute pandemonium to do anything significant. Thoughts on Dash? Talked about Dash a ton. I'm not chasing it. Momentum, good coin. What's up with all right, wait, first Alchemix. ALCX. Okay, I mean, it's up 23% today. I don't know anything about this. Why is it up? Oh, wait, that's this week. No, today, yeah. All right, so all of a sudden it's pumping out of nowhere. I don't know why. I don't know. No idea. You know, is it a scam pump or I don't know. No idea. Jets, thanks for the follow. All right, Momentum. I mean, all right, why are people asking me about this coin all of a sudden? I've never heard of it until today. And I mean, whatever chart I'm looking at, this chart looks dead. I don't know why I'm getting questions about it. Joni, thanks for the follow. When does ICP stop? I mean, like I said, bearish divergence is on the 4-hour chart. Maybe it's going to stop soon. Maybe very soon. The thing that would scare me away from shorting it right now is just because of what we've seen with Zcash and Dash and all that. Gold isn't finished. Meme coin strategy and Bitcoin. Don't buy meme coins right now. There's your strategy. There will be a time, not now. Aptos. Every time I looked at Aptos, it's looked terrible. Yeah, and it still does. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I'm at the point of the live stream where I've just got to be done. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm at an hour. I'm just getting pretty tired. So it's not easy going live on days like today. So, all right. Have a good one. $4,700 for gold. Okay. All right. You also have a good one.